Right.
That's on you. Not on me. I'm only one person.
Hey, man. That's hey. Jamal Adams, sick.
It's crazy because like when I wanted to be a
Ooh, a
first and
good
second
game
in
about to
Thielen,
start. I'm
but
with it.
then like when it was like first and fifth, I was like, okay, whatever. And then now I look back at it, I was like, the fifth doesn't matter, and Thielen in the year is not gonna matter. Like this man gave up a pick 29, 28, 29 for Jamal Adams, and I'm like, why the hell did that happen?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like the
Like when
pick
I
was
think about it on
gonna be
paper,
high as fuck regardless.
exactly. Like I don't know. He should. First of all, it's like one of those. He's Jamal Adams, one of those players that like you don't trade.
You
So
should be
like
untradeable.
it's hard to gauge like what is he worth because he's should not be traded.
He worth more than that.
Invaluable.
He is, but
Damn, y'all.
yeah.
3 streams
Oh,
just went
bet.
live. Millie's
I'm
stream
about to
just went
say,
live.
what the
Kid just went
heck?
live, and I
Hey,
just went
kid.
live. That's crazy.
Hey, yo.
Oh, you
This
just
is
went live? You
small.
stand on the mic?
No, I'm about to get off of this joint right now, so holla at y'all later.
Come on, man. What?
Nope. Peace.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Love. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Locke. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Ducks him with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense, and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll set up to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
A first carry for Samaje Perine. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Atauchu brings him down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves, and
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the Giants ready to come out now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before he Gets this across the 25-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now it's Locke. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. To throw is Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on second down is Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Caught by Allen. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Allen has it, left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep open. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to the booth right after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Luck on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Luck now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Looking for Shepard deep. They've got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air, Luck on second down. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Love. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out now come the Redskins. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it here with Pirine. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. And luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Jackson. A nice gain of 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And some room to maneuver. And a solid run down inside the 30. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw caught. What about the 5? They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Back to throw here. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doctson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a hit and lost the football. It's out. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Luck. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. He finds his target, Beckham. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Here's Luck. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Rosas now to kick this one away. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Jackson with a grab over the middle. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Back to throw now on first down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. B.J. Goodson. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Mario Edwards. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Ryan Kerrigan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Luck. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long, it's Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Luck on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air. Luck on second down. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Throwing on third down. Luck. It's caught. Shepard. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, here's Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the gun on third down, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Navarro Bowman coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Redskins, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.